Well, before I talk about the future, let me just talk about the recent past, because I think that Europe has taken some important steps and they deserve credit. As recently as a year and a half, 2 years ago, we were very worried about the euro spinning out of control. There were enormous challenges across the board. I think because of strong coordination within the Eurozone, because of some smart actions by the European Central Bank, the financial situation has stabilized. I also think that there were countries that were under enormous market pressure. Borrowing rates were skyrocketing, and because of some tough decisions, you've seen those, the ability of countries to borrow in the international markets stabilizing. All that was necessary and it was important, and it could not have happened had it not been for a coordinated response among a lot of European leaders. We've also seen some movement towards banking union, which I think is helpful, and there are some other multilateral reforms that are taking place that we have encouraged. Now, having said that, what is also true is that Europe's growth is still very slow, and its unemployment rate is still very high. And nobody knows that better than Prime Minister Renzi. That's part of his mission, is to reinvigorate the Italian economy. Each country is going to have a different set of issues that it's going to have to address, because each country has both strengths and weaknesses in their economy. And I think that Prime Minister Renzi has identified some of the structural reforms that Italy needs to engage in order for it to be more competitive and more successful. And I'm confident that he's going to be able to move Italy forward, in part because Italy is ready to move forward. As far as Europe as a whole, I do think that the old debate about growth versus austerity is a sterile debate. I think you need to have your public finances in order, but you also have to grow. And the more you grow, the easier it is to get your public finances in order. There are different capacities within Europe, and I've said before, and I will repeat again, that those countries that have substantial surpluses have more room to help boost European-wide demand, and that in turn will help countries that are still in deficit. That will lift Europe as a whole, and that means that everybody's growing. And so, in my conversations with President Barroso and Van Rompuy yesterday at the European Union, I encouraged them to continue to identify ways in which countries with surpluses can do more to boost demand while still being prudent about their public finances.